welcome to my channel, Asriel. My name is Asriel, and today I'm going to be talking to you about what it is like to be born with a veil. How has life been for me as a caulbearer? Growing up as a child, I always felt different. I moved around a lot due to my dad being in the military. Therefore, I had to meet new friends over and over and over. It's been a routine of moving every 3 years, all the way up until I was 17. And every time I moved, I just felt strange. And people treated me as if I didn't fit in, like I was an alien or something. To be honest, I remember in the fourth grade, in one particular class, I would hide under the desk as everyone just lived their life around me. Like, the teacher didn't even ask me what was wrong or anything. I would literally just sit under the desk, overwhelmed the whole class. I would also spend a lot of time alone. However, I never felt alone. I always felt a presence. Whenever I had time alone, which was late at night, I would speak to this presence. I've always been clairvoyant for as long as I can remember, and I have genetics and the veil to thank for that. I didn't find out I was a caulbearer until I was 21. My mom didn't know anything about it. If it wasn't for an elderly nurse being there as my mother gave birth to me and she seen the caul over my face, I would have never known I was a caulbearer. Once I turned 21, my mom told me about it, and she told me that I would have to go along my own journey and find out what that means. And I did. At the time, I didn't find much information. However, I did find enough to know what a caulbearer was and a bit of the history. I'm pretty sure you know this book by now, The Beyond the Veil book by Shannon Lee Wolf. I'm not sponsored, but that definitely helped me in the beginning of my journey. As a caulbearer, many people believe that we bring the message of the Creator. I have to say, for myself, I do see that. I'm blessed to say I have a very strong relationship with the Creator. The Creator speaks to me and I listen. And whenever someone reaches out to me for advice, I always pray for the Holy Spirit. And I definitely go by what the Creator wants me to go by. And I definitely don't speak just from myself and my understanding. I speak from what the Creator wants me to speak on. So I can say yes, I have a message from the Creator, as long as you care to listen. Many different cultures believe that caulbearers can communicate with the spirits, and not only that, travel within the dimensions. And I can say for myself, I've astral projected multiple times, and I most definitely can communicate with spirits. I can't imagine my life without communicating or just having spirits not a part of my life. That part of me is so normal. Simple fact, because I've been dealing with it since I can remember as a child. Many different cultures also believe that caulbearers are kings by right and that they would have a good fortune. I can say for myself, multiple pastors have prophesied over me, and they've all said pretty much the same things about my future. I would speak on it, but it's deeply personal to me. And not only that, the Messiah saying, don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. And I don't want to get in the way of my own blessings. I rather you see my blessings than for me to just speak on it. You know what I'm saying? However, I will say this. What the pastors have told me and the visions that I've gotten, it pretty much lines up with the beliefs of what the other cultures thought back in history when it came to caulbearers. I feel like being born with a veil is not my identity. It's definitely a part of me, a big part of me at that. However, it does not define me. I don't walk around, with my nose held up thinking I'm better than other people or anything like that. I am a very humble person. However, I do know there is a responsibility with carrying the caul, and it is not to be taken lightly. As a caulbearer, I like to work on my gifts and strengthen them. Every caulbearer has their own gifts. The caulbearer's responsibility to figure out exactly what those gifts are and hone in on them. And right now in my journey, that's exactly what I'm doing. And I find that as I'm getting older, they're getting stronger and I'm able to control them a lot more. I don't know what it is about turning 30. Everyone says when you turn 30, things just change. Your mind change, your body change. It's either gonna go, either bad or good. But luckily, I still feel young. But I can say my mind is definitely not in the same place it was when I was 27. I'm 32, believe it or not. But I will say since turning 30, it's been 2 years. I would say my gifts have definitely made quantum leaps. And I'm very thankful for that. And I owe all of the thanks to the Creator. Now, I'm not going to sit here and just list off all of my gifts because then you'll think I'm bragging or something or have some sort of grandiose attitude about myself. However, I will say it is obvious that I can communicate with spirits. And one thing I will also say is that I can bend energy. I can feel energy going past me, through me. I can push energy out. I can take in energy. I can thankfully cleanse energy. And I'm definitely working on honing that gift and maybe even help others in the future. Right now, I'm just practicing on myself and spirits. Yes, I have spirits that come to me and ask for favors and guidance. Spirits are just like us. They have backstories and their own paths and journeys and things like that, just like us. Certain spirits, I'll just feel that, maybe they're lacking in their energy, and I'll give them some of mine, make them a bit stronger, shine a bit brighter. I do this with discernment, of course. I always pray for the Holy Spirit and to only cross paths with spirits dealing with the Holy Spirit in order to keep myself safe. This is not a game. You have to be careful. I would also say I'm not for sure if I have this gift. I'm going to correct myself if I'm wrong, but I think it's telekinesis. Is that when you can read minds? Or no, I think that's when you can move things. Never mind. But telepathy, I believe that's what that is. I'll correct it if I'm wrong. But I do believe I'm beginning to read people's minds. I've noticed within the past few years, especially like the people that I'm close to, I'll hear them say something and I'm like, what? And they didn't say anything. However, it's like their body language, like if I don't say anything, it's like their body language look like that's exactly what they would have said if they said it out of their mouths. The only reason why I say I think I have it simplified because I don't know. It could be me hearing spirits interpreting, what they think of the situation. Or maybe it's my own imagination trying to figure out what this person is thinking. I'm also a very logical person. I'm very spiritual, but I'm also very logical at the same time. I always look at all of the possibilities. However, there's just too many coincidences for me for me to just X out the possibility of me being able to read minds. Now, I'm not going to say I read everyone's mind, Simplify because if I did, it'd be like chaotic going out in public. Now, in public with certain strangers, I'll hear what it would seem like their thoughts. But I don't know. It's just so weird. I'll say one other gift that I feel comfortable putting out to the public. I'm able to channel spirits. I can sit down at times whenever I'm in a meditative state and I'm writing. I can lose control of my hand and allow a spirit to channel through my hand and speak. I have writings and I can't even regulate what it's about or from who. Like, it's from another person. Like, I know I wrote it. Like, this is my journal. I put this pen in this journal. However, the handwriting, the message, it's like it's from a totally different person. I can also do that within myself too if I wanted to. Again, I'm not encouraging you all to go down these paths and try out these practices unless you feel called to. And if you feel called to, please take your time. Go to the Creator first. Pray about it. Meditate on it. Take your time. Simple fuck, because this stuff can get dangerous real quick if you're not careful. And what can be a gift can also feel like a curse for some. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you have any questions on what it is like to be a caulbearer, or if you're a caulbearer yourself and you have some experiences of your own, or if you want to say what gifts you have of your own, go ahead, leave a comment down below. I'll definitely like to know. It was nice talking to you. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.